Chapter 5. Synthetic Instruments. In Chapter 4, we asked a question. How do we actually measure the strength of a single currency? Not a pair. A currency, AUD on its own. USD on its own. Today, we are going to answer that question. Most traders have heard of the DXY, the US dollar index. It is one of the most watched indicators in all of Forex. But what actually is it? The DXY is not a single instrument. It is a basket, a collection of other instruments blended together to represent the overall strength of the US dollar. When the US dollar is strong across the board, the DXY rises. When the US dollar is weak across the board, the DXY falls. It is a synthetic instrument, something constructed, not something that exists on its own. And here is the proof that it works. The DXY is inversely correlated to Euro USD. When the DXY goes up, Euro USD goes down. When the DXY goes down, Euro USD goes up. Almost every time. Because when the US dollar strengthens against a basket of currencies, it strengthens against the euro too. A synthetic basket telling us about a single currency's strength in real time. Now here is the powerful realization. If someone has already built a synthetic basket for the US dollar, we can build one for any currency we like. AUD, GBP, Euro, JPY. Any currency. Any pair. We are not limited to what already exists. We can construct our own. And here is something important. The basket does not need to be made up of just the major pairs. What matters is not the category of the instrument. What matters is the strength and consistency of its relationship to the currency we are measuring. Sometimes an exotic pair or a cross pair tells us more about a currency's true strength than a major pair ever could. So let us walk through a real example. We want to trade AUD USD. We know from Chapter 4 that we need two things: an independent read on AUD strength and an independent read on USD strength. So through investigation, we have identified instruments that have a strong and consistent relationship with AUD USD. And we have split them into two groups. The first group moves in the same direction as AUD USD. When AUD USD goes up, these instruments tend to go up too. Through investigation, we found that NZD-USD, AUD-CNY, GBP-USD, GBP-CNH, and EU-YAR-USD all move strongly in line with AUD-USD. Some of these are major pairs. Some are not. But they all share one thing: a strong correlated relationship with our pair. This is our correlated basket. It tells us about the strength of AUD. The second group moves in the opposite direction to AUD-USD. When AUD-USD goes up, these instruments tend to go down. Through investigation, we found that USD-ZAR, USD-MXN, GBP-AUD, EUR-AUD, and USD-SGD all move strongly against AUD-USD. Notice that some of these are exotic pairs. USD-ZAR, USD-MXN, USD-SGD. Not the kind of instruments most traders think about. But the relationship is there, and it is strong. This is our inversely correlated basket. It tells us about the strength of USD. So now we have two synthetic instruments. One built from instruments that move with AUD-USD. One built from instruments that move against it. The first gives us an independent read on AUD. The second gives us an independent read on USD. And when both baskets agree, when AUD is showing strength and USD is showing weakness, we have two independent signals pointing in the same direction. That alignment is powerful. Far more powerful than watching AUD-USD alone. We have now built the conceptual foundation for everything that follows. We know what correlations are. We know why markets are connected. We know how to measure currency strength. And we know how to build synthetic instruments to do it. In our next chapter, we are going to introduce one more concept before we bring everything together. we are going to talk about spreads, what they are, and why the spread between two synthetic instruments tells us something that neither instrument can tell us alone. See you in the next chapter.